Happy Gaura Purnima on the auspicious appearance day Mahamahotsav of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appearance day. We will try to read from Chaitanya Charitamrita, birth horoscope. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's birth horoscope is mentioned. We will read from that. In this chapter, the orbits of the planets are described according to the movements of the moon and other planets. All the inhabitants of the universe are prone to inauspicious situations. This is referred to as the influence of the stars. The sun god, who controls the affairs of the entire universe, especially in the regard to heat, light, seasonal changes and so on, is considered an expansion of Narayana. He represents the three Vedas, Rig, Yajur and Sama, and therefore he is known as Trayimaya, the form of Lord Narayana. Sometimes the sun god is also called Surya Narayana. The sun god has expanded himself in 12 divisions, and thus he controls the 6 seasonal changes and causes winter, summer, rain and so on. Yogis and karmis following the Varnashrama institution who practice Khatha or Ashtanga Yoga, who perform Agnihotra sacrifices, worship Surya Narayana for their own benefit. The demigod Surya is always in touch with the Supreme Personality Godhead Narayana, residing in outer space, which is in the middle of the universe, between Bhuloka and Bhuvarloka. The sun rotates through the time circle of the zodiac, represented by 12 Rashis or signs, and assumes different names according to the sign he is in. For the moon, every month is divided into 2 fortnights. Similarly, according to solar calculations, a month is equal to the time the sun spends in one constellation. 2 months constitute one season, and there are 12 months in a year. The entire area of the sky is divided into 2 halves, each representing an ayana. The course traversed by the sun within a period of 6 months. The sun travels sometimes slowly, sometimes swiftly, and sometimes at a moderate speed. In this way, it travels within the 3 worlds consisting of the heavenly planets, the earthly planets and outer space. These orbits are referred to by great learned scholars by the names Samvatsara, Parivatsara, Idavatsara, Anuvatsara and Vatsara. The moon is situated 1 lakh yojanas above the rays of the sunshine. Day and night on the heavenly planets and Pitraloka are calculated according to its waning and waxing. Above the moon by a distance of 2 lakh yojanas are some stars, and above these stars is Shukra Graha, Venus, whose influence is always auspicious for the inhabitants of the entire universe. Above Shukra Graha by 2 lakh yojanas is Buddha Graha, whose influence is sometimes auspicious and sometimes inauspicious. Next above Buddha Graha by 2 lakh yojanas is Angaraka, Mars, which almost always has an unfavorable influence. Above Angaraka by another 2 lakh yojanas is a planet called Brahaspati Graha, Jupiter, which is always very favorable for qualified Brahmanas. Above Brahaspati Graha is the planet Shanishchara, Saturn, which is very inauspicious. And above Saturn is a group of 7 stars occupied by great saintly persons who are always thinking of the welfare of the entire universe. These 7 stars circumambulate Dhruvaloka, which is a residence of Lord Vishnu within this universe. Text number 89. Chodda Sata Shata Sake Masa E Palguna Paurnamasi Sandhya Kale Haila Subhakshanam. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace is Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Thus, in the year 1407 of the Saka era, AD 1486, in the month of Falguna, March-April, on the evening of the full moon, the desired auspicious moment appeared. Purport. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura in his Amrita Pravaha Bhashya has presented the horoscope of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as follows. The explanation of the horoscope given by Bhaktivinoda Thakura is that at the time of the birth of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, The constellations were situated as follows. Shukra, Venus, was in Mesha Rasi, Aries, the constellation of Ashwini. Ketu, this ninth planet, was in Simha Rashi, Leo, in Uttara Falguni. Chandra, the moon, was in Simha Rashi, in Purva Falguni, the 11th lunar mansion. Sunny, Saturn, was in Vrishchika Rasi, Scorpio, in Jesta. Brahaspati, Jupiter, was in Dhanu Rashi, in Purva Shada, Sagittarius. Mangala, Mars, was in Makara Rashi, Capricorn, in Shravana. Ravi, the Sun, and Rahu were in Kumbha Rashi, Aquarius, in Purva Bhadrapada. And Buddha, Mercury, was in Meena Rashi, Pisces, in Uttara Bhadrapada. The Lagna was Simha. So, this is the horoscope of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.